The legacy and impact of The Exorcist. The Exorcist, released in 1973 and directed by William Friedkin, is often cited as one of the most terrifying horror films of all time. Its chilling story centers around the demonic possession of a young girl, Regan McNeil, and the subsequent attempts by two priests to exorcise the demonic presence. The film is based on a novel by William Peter Blatty, who wrote the screenplay and was inspired by a series of real-life events. The true story that inspired The Exorcist is rooted in the case of a young boy, often referred to by the pseudonym Robbie Mannheim. In 1949, Robbie, who was 13 years old at the time, allegedly experienced strange phenomena after playing with a Ouija board to contact his deceased Aunt Harriet. Following this, the boy reportedly showed signs of extreme emotional distress, which included unusual noises, violent behavior, and episodes of levitation and speaking in tongues. The family sought help from a Lutheran pastor and later on from authorities in the Catholic Church as the boy's condition worsened. After evaluating Robbie, two Jesuit priests, Father William S. Bowden and Father Walter Halloran, were eventually called to perform an exorcism. The exorcism process spanned several weeks and was marked by intense episodes, including the boy exhibiting superhuman strength and visible manifestations of his possession. The case made headlines and was documented in various accounts, with Blatty becoming aware of the story while attending Georgetown University. He found the themes of possession and faith compelling and began writing what would turn into The Exorcist. The film's unsettling atmosphere, groundbreaking special effects, and its exploration of themes such as faith, fear, and the battle between good and evil contributed significantly to its legacy in the horror genre. In the years following its release, The Exorcist sparked widespread discussions about the supernatural, faith, and mental illness. Critics noted that while some elements were dramatized for cinematic effect, the underlying themes were rooted in the cultural and spiritual anxieties of the time. The combination of Blatty's narrative and Friedkin's direction brought a haunting authenticity to the film, effectively blending a complex psychological drama with horror, leading to its status as an iconic piece of cinema. The true events behind The Exorcist remain controversial and are often debated, but the film's impact on popular culture and the horror genre is undeniable. Its legacy continues to resonate, inspiring countless films, books, and discussions about possession and the unknown. How did you find the movie? Leave a comment on your experience. Subscribe and like for more paranormal from Dark Side Off the Void. Behind the scenes of The Exorcist, a haunting production. The Exorcist, the iconic horror classic that has terrified audiences for generations, boasts a captivating behind-the-scenes story that is just as chilling as the film itself. Based on the true account of a young boy's harrowing demonic possession, the movie's production was plagued by a series of unsettling incidents that only added to the palpable sense of dread pervading the set. From unexplained equipment malfunctions to the tragic death of a crew member, an air of supernatural foreboding seemed to loom over the entire endeavor, as if the very forces of darkness were conspiring to prevent the film's completion. Yet, undeterred, the cast and crew pressed on, driven by a shared determination to bring this disturbing tale to life with unflinching authenticity. The resulting cinematic masterpiece not only terrified viewers, but also delved deep into the unsettling reality of exorcism, the ancient ritual intended to cast out malevolent spirits. Through its meticulous attention to detail and its unyielding commitment to exploring the unknown, The Exorcist stands as a testament to the power of storytelling to confront the most primal human fears, leaving an indelible mark on the horror genre and the collective psyche of all who dare to witness its chilling revelations. Subscribe for more paranormal from Dark Side or the Void. The haunting true story behind The Entity. The Entity, released in 1982 and directed by Sidney J. Furie, is a horror film rooted in the disturbing true story of a woman named Doris Bither, who experienced various unexplained phenomena, including claims of spiritual and sexual assault by an unknown entity. The film's striking narrative highlights themes of trauma, abuse, and the supernatural, blending true horror with psychological elements. Doris Bither, a single mother living in Culver City, California, claimed that in the late 1970s, she was subjected to terrifying experiences involving supernatural forces. Bither stated that she was attacked by a demonic presence that would become known for its violent and paranormal activity. Her accounts began when her children reported strange occurrences in their home, including objects moving uncontrollably and the sensation of being touched by unseen hands. According to Bither, the disturbances began to escalate in intensity and frequency. She described episodes of physical assaults, including being pushed, scratched, and even raped by this entity, experiences that she reported were horrifying and traumatic. These violent occurrences led Bither to seek help from various sources, including spiritualists and paranormal investigators. In 1974, Doris was investigated by husband and wife paranormal researchers Dr. Barry Taff and Kerry Gaynor. They conducted a detailed examination of the case, which included extensive interviews with Bither and her children. Taff and Gaynor documented a series of bizarre phenomena that supported her claims, including spontaneous temperature changes, unusual lighting effects, and other poltergeist-like activities. Dr. Taff claimed to have witnessed some of the phenomena firsthand. He recounted the unsettling experiences in the house, which included objects flying off shelves and unexplained noises. The encounters left a lasting impact on the investigators, as many of the events defied logical explanation and raised questions about the nature of Bither's afflictions. After the investigations, Bither's distress continued, leading her to seek help from the Catholic Church. Despite several attempts, no exorcism was performed. The Church expressed skepticism regarding her experiences, primarily labeling them as psychological in nature. Nevertheless, Bither insisted that the phenomena were genuine and that she was under the influence of a malevolent force. Eventually, the case gained notoriety among paranormal circles, leading to media coverage and attention from various investigators. However, Bither's claims were often met with skepticism, as some questioned whether her experiences were rooted in psychological issues, including trauma from past abuse. In the early 1980s, William Peter Blatty, the author of The Exorcist, stumbled upon Doris Bither's story, which inspired him to produce The Entity. The film heightened public interest in the paranormal, combining horror elements with the profound psychological implications of Bither's experiences. While the film presents a dramatized account, it reflects the terrifying nature of her claims and delves into the horrors she faced. Doris Bither's story ultimately faded from public view after the film's release, and she continued to struggle with her experiences and the media's portrayal of her case. She passed away in 1999, but her legacy remains in the discussions it spurred about the intersection of mental health and paranormal phenomena. The film remains a stark reminder of the darkness that can accompany trauma, blending the supernatural with deeply human fears. The Entity has since cemented its place in horror cinema, provoking conversations about belief, authenticity, and the unexplained. The chilling story of Doris Bither continues to captivate audiences, leaving them questioning the nature of fear and reality, resonating with a wide audience that continues to explore the depths of the unknown. Subscribe for more paranormal with Dark Side of the Void.